Three, two, one. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the For Life Podcast Series 3, Episode 2.
Yep, we are getting right into it today.
We got a hell of a show. We're discussing KSI versus Logan Paul, our crazy night out. It's going to be a big one, baby.
And I got some goose and gaffs to show Connor, some surprising...
Wholesome content.
Yeah, wholesome content. Now, I want to start off today with
Straight
the
into it.
wholesomest of content that we can
I need it, Dan.
So,
into my veins.
yes, you will love this. It's so sweet and beautiful.
We're here to make people
You've probably
laugh.
seen this on Twitter, and it's
Yes.
this big thing. It's just nice and, great way to start the day. Let's put that there. We're going to put that one there.
We're still learning all the
we're not.
buttons.
We're
Some
gonna-
things never change.
There we go. All
Look at
right,
that.
so we're going to start off today's wholesomest of content with this video that I found on Twitter that you may have
Aw.
seen. And look, it's so it's so amazing. You've got this
Oh, that is so...
seal.
Okay, so I didn't see there was a... Is that a rugby ball?
Yeah, so it's a rugby ball. So these guys, I think they're in Antarctica, and they've got this rugby ball, and this beluga whale is just coming up, and they're playing fetch with the dang thing.
This is so cute. I
Look,
didn't see the full video.
It goes up, it grabs the rugby ball. It's just beautiful.
Oh my god, that is too cute.
It's just a lovely. It's
going back
so
for
sweet
it.
because literally it's actually doing a back and forth. It's actually going to get the ball, and it's actually bringing it back to the boat, and they're throwing it out. It's just
Mate, he's playing better than England did last week.
England could have used one of these on the bloody pitch.
That is wholesome.
It's sweet. It's coming up, and look,
Oh my god.
how amazing is that? By the way, like it comes so close to the boat, it gives it back the ball, and he throws it out again. It's just what a day. What a day to be alive. What a world to live in. He throws it out. Oh, that is just...
Isn't it amazing how animals live in that cold water?
And you know what? Whales are actually really smart. And I think obviously everyone loves dogs, but even dogs too. Like, animals, they have such a way of
Don't they?
connecting
Can't they
with
see
people,
through
you
like
know, and
waves or
like,
something in their head? Isn't that how it works?
They can actually
Like
like sing
sound?
to each other.
The
Yeah.
sound is like how
Yeah,
they
they
see
do.
almost.
Mm.
So that's how they got the ball.
No, literally.
Dude, that was
they-
wholesome, man.
Yeah. What a sweet way to start the show.
How was that not on wholesome memes?
You got some rugby ball throwing, some
Damn,
back
man.
and forth with a whale. We love it. We love to start the show off nice and sweet today.
We should be doing that
Because
every week.
I feel like we're going to
What?
get into something a bit more...
Die of alcohol poisoning.
Well,
I had a great night.
Depends where we go next. Are we talking about the night?
Yeah, we got
Let's
man.
talk about the night.
First of all, though, can I just say it's like what? It's 37 degrees today, which is like the hottest.
Oh my god, it is a freaking hot day.
It's something like the hottest day in like November or some shit. Like,
Mm.
well, we're getting towards summer, so you know it's gonna get hotter. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
37 degrees. I thought I'd just tell you that. So it's a bit funny waking up today with a bit of a. Well, I'm not really that hungover. I'm kind of.
Yeah, I was feeling okay. I have this weird thing, and I don't know...
It's so
I don't
good.
know why I do it, but like sometimes after a night out, I wake up really early and I'm just kind of good to go. It's a bit like, I don't know, for whatever reason.
It's weird. Like I love it on the weekend. You're always like up at the crack of dawn when you could sleep in.
Yeah, and that's what annoys me.
Your
It's
head's like, I'm a fuck with this guy. It did feel like that.
literally on the weekend for some reason after a night out, I get up early. I can't get back to sleep, and not in a bad way, but I'm just
It's not like we went to
ready
bed
to go.
early, but I think you left at 4,
Dude, we were out quite late.
and I was up at like 9:30.
Yeah,
That's no sleep at all, and I
It's
feel pretty
crazy.
good. I'm
Yeah,
probably still
literally.
drunk, to be
No,
fair.
I'm the complete same, and that's the thing. I have this theory that I'm still drunk in the morning when I wake up.
I genuinely
So,
think
like,
you are.
So I slowly come down.
Yeah, you'll get to like 3
over the
o'clock and you'll be
day.
like,
Yeah.
you'll be wanting a fat snooze.
I probably will.
I'll tell you what though, that was a great night. I had so
It
much
was a
fun.
beautiful night. So let's set the stage.
You did
Obviously,
great.
Last night we
Yeah, this is literally the day after we filmed episode 1.
yeah. So last night we filmed the previous episode of the podcast, episode 1.
Which
If
was
you
dope.
missed that, go check it out. It's a
I'm
beautiful.
so proud of
episode.
that podcast, man.
Mm,
I'm proud of this whole thing.
so sweet.
Dude, we're doing really well.
So
Let's suck
we
ourselves
filmed
off.
it. We had a few beers in the podcast, obviously, as you saw if you watched it.
Yeah.
And it was a great time. We had a great time. We
Yeah.
got pretty drunk, and we got our stuff together.
We
went,
were pretty. Were you pretty fucked up? Because when you left this house, I'd had like
I was pretty
7
tipsy.
beers or something like that,
Yeah, I
and
was-
some whiskey.
I was definitely
Fuck.
like a bit drunk when we left here.
Dude, and then I must have had, we had like at least 3 beers when we went back. We went back to mine so I could change. We listened to a bit of music. I think we left at like 11:30. My dad was literally banging on my door to turn the music down. Do you remember that? He came in like 3 times, like, stop playing music so loud. I was like, we're literally leaving in like...
It did get to like, what,
5
11 o'clock? And we
I think we left at like 11:30. And we got there. The club's only like 20
and
minutes
then the club
away.
was
So.
dead when we got there. But no, it
Wasn't that bad. Like,
no,
I'd seen it worse.
No, it wasn't.
But it was nowhere near as busy as it was. It's a shame you couldn't see it like that.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of a school reunion when it's on a busy night.
It's funny, isn't it? So we went back to Connor's. We had a few more drinks and...
we finished off the decanter.
Yes, that's right.
Oh
we
my
finished off
God.
the whiskey. So we drank a lot.
That went down a treat.
It was beautiful. It
Really
really
good.
was. So we had more whiskey. We went to the club. And then we just kind of hung out at the club. We partied. We danced.
Really fun.
It was a great time. Before we get to the club, though...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
Goodness me. The alcohol's coming up to you.
Turn that on. That's down here, and we're gonna go ba-boom. Oh, I'm getting good at this.
Wow, look at us.
So
we had to take some wholesome content last night.
Oh, wait. Let me just make sure there's no...
No Rudies. What is
let
this?
me cut to this first.
What is this? The old...
There is... Yeah,
I'll okay. Dude, I forgot you took a photo of
that. Well, What is this?
I took some selfies in your car to see how the old iPhone 11 camera was holding up.
How about this?
Just delete it for now.
I'll just go this
way.
way.
That's right.
Yeah,
okay. Go on.
So, okay, here we go. Sorry, folks. There's,
also, for some reason, just quietly, I don't know why, they're taking a while to
load.
load. So, bear with us. We're going to work on that over the coming weeks.
Yeah, so there's... my laptop's a bit of a weird...
You can literally see the location.
Oh, lol. I'll crop that in.
Yeah, crop that when you...
So we got these photos
We're
here.
doxing ourselves.
Look at us. It's
They're cute. I like them.
They are cute.
That is us with the whiskey.
Yeah, so that was us finishing off the whiskey. We've got here. We're just... Again, there's a video. I don't know if it's...
We can't probably play it anyway because of copyright.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were just listening to music. And we just took a bunch of photos. We were having a great time at Connor's.
Dan's fucking...
I love this. You can see the reflection.
Yeah, you love my mirror.
That just loaded. Did it? No, I don't know. Here's the thing.
You love my fucking
laptops. They're a hefty beast. Anyway,
we at least made the effort.
Here, we're taking some photos. We're having a good time. Look at Connor.
Mate, he made me sing Indiana.
It was actually quite beautiful.
And
then
here
we
we
get
go.
to the club. There we go.
Oh yeah, Dan's like, let me check out this low light lens.
Yeah,
on the old iPhone.
So here you are
Looks pretty
standing at the
good.
club.
It's a shame because we took footage. Because
we took a bit
my
of
god, look at
videos.
me.
I'd love to.
That guy's
that's
the
a bit
guy in the background's
file
like,
photo,
yeah, I'm like.
uh,
The guy in the background's like, fuck this guy.
I wish I could play this because this is so funny.
Yeah, we took heaps of videos because like it was nice to. It would be nice to show you all, but I guess it's just not going to load.
We'll try and figure out videos at a later date in the pod. But yeah, we just took a bunch of videos. We were hanging out. It was a great night. It was lots of fun.
That guy we saw.
Dude, all this shit was so random. Like, but honestly, like,
I love that. Go back.
Yeah, that's a pretty hilarious photo. We were there. We were just dancing. We were having a great time.
This guy he's
Sing
definitely
along
older
to
than
music.
us. He's about
Some
maybe
random
30,
dude.
and he's like, because you could see we're taking photos and stuff, and he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, go on, I'll hop in. I was like, yeah, cool, man. You gotta respect
It's just cute. It's sweet.
the trolley. Yes,
What
we
time
got
was it when
trolleyed.
we left the
I'll
club?
say,
Oh yeah.
it's 2:07 a.m.
Jesus Christ. 2 in the morning.
Yeah, because we had four vodka Red Bulls there, and then I was like, maybe we should have a beer and leave. And then we got outside, and I think you got a bit. I'm not calling you out at all. It can be scary in clubs. I think you got a bit claustrophobic.
Yeah, there was. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. We went outside.
To the
There was just a
smoking
lot
area.
of people. There was a bit of smoke, so we kind of went out, get a bit of a breath of fresh air. And then we were kind of done with the club, so we left. And classic,
Yeah.
drunk
We got
fashion,
trolleyed and we
found
grabbed the trolley.
It's
It's a shame we can't show you. Fuck.
And
The footage.
we were just walking around with the trolley. Oh, and then this was this morning.
Dan's had the unhealthy.
I had to. I could
alternative.
not have another chicken donut. So there you go.
Well, yeah, I got some notes I took down about the night out. We saw Jacob Adams, which was lovely, from school. He's a lovely guy. And I literally said he's like...
We did see a few people from school. That's
Oh
right.
yeah,
we saw Jacob.
I love how we were talking about. I was talking about the podcast to him. I was like, man, if you ever want to come on, and he's like, I will, but I've seen your podcast, and he's like, I can't get personal on it, and I was like, no, it's fine. We'll have a meme episode.
That's hilarious.
Which was funny.
Don't want to get deep.
Yeah. So I got a girl's number because we were taking podcast footage. Yeah, I texted today. Remember that girl?
Nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
because she saw me recording Dan. She was like, What are you doing? I was like, I was recording for the podcast footage.
Yeah, you did.
And I was like,
that's really reminded me like
hit
how
me
drunk
up.
I was. So also,
well,
by
that's
the
the
way,
thing though, because we were pretty fucked up.
we got in the old trolley. We went down to the kebab.
That's
whatever.
another thing I have to say.
Does kebabs?
'Cause
Got a fucking kebab. It was
how funny was this? I don't know if you remember this, but we were just sitting there, and there was this like there was just this guy sitting next to us, and you were texting Aiden,
yeah.
and I was like, Dan, you're spending like 5-10 minutes crafting this message. The guy next to you was joking. He was like, yeah, man, what are you doing? And then
Oh yeah, I did.
he
I
was
sent
literally
a
like,
long ass
dude,
Snapchat. To
it was
Aiden.
so funny. He was like, in like the least excited, most unenthusiastic way, was like, hey, I know you guys. You run a YouTube channel, don't you? And we were like, yeah, we do. And he's like, yeah, I've seen a few of your videos.
Literally.
And then he was like, and we're like, we were so enthusiastic. We're like, we just run a podcast tonight. He's like, cool. All right, I'm gonna go now. It was the most unenthusiastic fan encounter I've ever had. He couldn't give a shit, and I loved that. He was like,
To be honest,
cool.
as drunk as we were, that was probably the best we could hope for. Do you know what I
Dude,
mean?
it was
Like-
the most he's like, hey, I know you guys. You do YouTube. We were like, yeah, we just run a podcast tonight. He's like, cool. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head out. It was so funny.
That's pretty hilarious.
Also though, I did. Fuck. This is the worst thing that happened in the night, and I kind of want to message her because I think she got annoyed at me. But
What did you do?
I'll say her nickname. Yeah, we saw dungarees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh god, it's so bad because it was not at all what I was trying to do. Do you know what I'm gonna say? Because she started to date someone, this girl that I know, and I was wondering who it was. So I leaned in and said, are you dating this person from school? Because I thought that they were dating. And she was like, no, we're not. And then she went to say who she was dating, but I went in for that ear, but she went for this ear. So it looked like I was.
Yeah.
It looked like I was going.
It was just an awkward interaction. You were drunk. She was drunk. I think she gets it. I would just leave it.
No, but you made it worse because
What did I do?
you fucking
Uh-oh.
you literally. Afterwards, I was really kind of upset. 'Cause I was like, for fuck's sake, I don't want her to think I first of all, I'd never do that.
Yeah.
First of all, just make that clear.
No, you.
But
you did- Sorry.
Sorry, no, go on.
No, I was gonna say the way you immediately were like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
you-
in my head, I don't know if I was.
No. You made it pretty clear that you.
But you
weren't.
didn't help because you were like, it did look like you were trying to kiss her. And I was
Did I
like, bro, that's not like literally
No,
seconds
I
after.
more just meant like
It did.
it
look,
was funny because it looked like you know.
we both
I'm
leaned
just
in at the
saying
same
it was a
time,
funny
and it was like,
accident.
and I was like, no, and I hope she didn't.
No. It was just a funny accident. It
Yeah.
was fine. I would just leave it.
Yeah, I consider just being in like, I don't know, but I don't want to be weird texting her. But I don't know.
I would just leave it. I just leave it.
I don't want her
I
to
think
think.
she gets it.
I don't want her to think I'm like some fucking scumbag. I mean,
So-
her boyfriend was probably there anyway, so I'm sure if it was like a problem, he would have come
He
up
would've
to me.
come and beat you up.
Doubt it. I don't even know what he looks like, but doubt
Now
it.
we did see a guy there. We did meet this guy there, who happened to also be very interested in
Yes.
the upcoming KSI.
That's a
Logan
good transition,
Paul
man.
fight.
Well
So
done.
we've got this. Well, we don't have it. There's this thing happening. This Logan Paul KSI fight.
It's in a few hours, like 19 hours.
Yeah, part 2, and it's sort of like I have some thoughts on it. Did you?
Yeah, so I got some notes to read first.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, basically we were in the smoking area before, not smoking because we don't smoke.
It was the outside.
It was the outside area,
But
which
there
is
was a lot
which
of
is the
smoke
smoking
there,
area. Oh yeah, we probably got secondhand smoke to the fucking key. But yeah, we got onto a guy. He came over. He was very British, and he had some things to say about the fight, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
But I wanted to read you first. I got some facts about it.
Ooh.
So
Hit me with the facts, my man.
So it's obviously going to be in a stadium in LA, and the tickets for like the best seats are going for $517, which is an insane amount of money.
Jeez, like,
So basically,
that's some,
there are well over. This fight is in like less than 24 hours, and there are still well over 6,000 seats left.
Actually, that's what I had heard. I heard
Yes.
there's a lot of unsold
It's
seats.
not sold out.
That's bad.
Whilst Manchester last year was completely sold out. So there's like
Well,
pretty
but
much half the
isn't-
tickets left.
KSI is a lot like. I don't want to say he's bigger than Logan, but in terms of
Yeah. No, I get what you're trying to say. Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
well, America's such a big place
Yeah.
that it's harder to be as
Yeah.
popular in America. Whereas in KSI is like the biggest British YouTuber. Britain's obviously not a very big place, so people who were fans of him maybe they live a bit, a
Yeah,
bit farther away, they can drive up.
I
Whereas
just think it's like
you're not gonna have all the
but also
Ohio Logan Paul fans driving to fucking
that's
Las
the note.
Vegas.
But
like-
also like KSI fans from the UK, look, chances are they're not going to fly to LA to watch the fight, which is just a fact. And there were
That's
more
true.
KSI fans.
Was it LA or was it Las Vegas?
It's LA.
Okay.
KSI's trained in Las Vegas.
Right. Okay.
So, well, look, KSI was fighting in the UK. Of course, it would sell out. They still sold like over half. But so the tickets like
That's not great though.
yeah, but get this right. This is what doesn't really add up to me.
Uh-oh.
The tickets for like the smallest amount of money you can spend on tickets is $41, which is a bargain if you want to go and see a huge YouTube event. So that raises a few questions.
Kind of that.
$41?
I feel like that cheapens it a bit.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Well, the most expensive, like I said, are
doesn't-
$517, and that seats right behind the media, so you're pretty much at the front.
I mean, I don't know. That doesn't feel like the big event it should be.
It's literally got half tickets left, but there is the argument about the pay-per-view. So I actually checked today.
Well, tell me about this
about
pay-per-view thing because it's not on YouTube, right?
Literally. So
Okay, so what's the deal
so I
with
hate
this?
to be reading from the notes,
No,
but
it's okay.
yeah. So basically,
Give us the facts.
the pay-per-view is on a site. Well, in Australia, it depends where you are. If you're in the UK, it's Sky. But for the Australia to stream the fight, it's on a site called Fight, spelled F-I-T-E, not how you would
I
normally spell
see.
it. And it's $9.99 USD,
Quirky.
which is about $20. So last year,
That's about like 15. But
yeah, 15, 20. Yeah. So, but last year, I paid for the pay-per-view, and it was streaming on YouTube, and that was
it's like $12, hey?
$13.50 AUD.
Yeah.
So fair enough. And then before that, though, the Joe Weller vs KSI fight was free to stream on YouTube, and it was on YouTube.
The thing is that like, YouTube is just such an easy website. Like, why have I got to go to some obscure
That's what sucks the most. It's like
Fright Night website?
the fact is,
.com.
Fight Night. That's the thing, though. And I love Eddie Hearn. He's great, and I'm so proud of the boys for getting a huge, boxing streaming site to do it and have Sky this time. But I get what you're saying.
Okay. Sky is a pretty good get. Like that's a
Yeah,
that's
Sky's
a
pretty much doing the old hosting and
Sky's
stuff.
like legit. But saying that, I was saying this last night, and here are my thoughts. Okay, I think it's great. You're having a fight, you're having all this attention on internet stars. Obviously, you can think what you think about Logan and KSI and whatever, but like
The fact is, they fucking doing it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The fact is, it's new media, it's everything, so it's exciting in that sense. But what I think is that it's inherently a YouTube event. You've got YouTubers, they're fighting. It's for YouTube fans and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I don't like that it's not on YouTube.
That
Second
does
of
suck.
all- yeah. Second of all, I just feel like the fact that they've got, a lot of more legit boxing things involved. I get that it's good because it's shows that they're mainstream, but at the same time, I'm almost like part of the point, in my opinion, part of the point of being in new media is to show that you don't need traditional
Yeah,
media.
that's right.
And
That's
so,
right. Yeah, that's a great point.
So I'm a bit like, it's a shame to see them embrace it so much. It would have been nice to see them kind of, do it a bit more themselves and sort of keep it a bit more independent.
The argument that's being made is that they're trying to get fans of the KSI versus Logan Paul fight to possibly in the future enjoy other boxing matches, which is their argument. It's like, oh, well, look, they'll watch the fights leading up and it'll be like, oh, actually, I kind of do like, whilst we don't like sport.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch any other boxing fight. It's just because it's YouTube and I really like KSI and he better fucking win.
Yeah, no, I get that sport is, it's a business. It's, they're trying to get people in. They're trying to get business, but
business.
At the same time, to me, I'm like, and again, I know that
It's a shame it's not on YouTube. It really is.
Look at saying like Hot Ones. Like I know that Hot Ones kind of has abandoned YouTubers a little bit, but
a little bit.
Well, pretty much fully. But it's still a show.
You see, got that network deal.
It's still a show on YouTube.
We were literally talking about that last week.
He does have the network deal, but at the same time, it's still.
Is that network deal just like what they would do on like the late night shows and stuff? Is that what it is?
Kind of, yeah, basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's
It's not the
It's just sort of also putting it somewhere else, basically.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like
Fair
I
enough.
like that when and again I understand Sean's gone a bit mainstream with the show, but keeping it at the YouTube roots, that's what I like.
Can you stop him though? Like, I guess
I think he's done it probably in the best way you can. You know what I mean?
Look,
It's still a show on YouTube.
He can still
it's
interview
still
YouTubers. It's
independent,
gonna
like,
happen. Like,
it feels like an independent thing, and I like that when we're dealing with new media, when we're dealing, and even if you look at something like Ninja and streaming and Twitch and Mixer and all that stuff, like I like that Ninja hasn't become this kind of. I know Ninja's a huge celebrity now, but he hasn't really become like a TV star or a movie star. He's stayed on his streaming sites. Do you know what I mean? He's stayed with the internet, with, you know, being independent, being that kind of self-made creator.
Yeah, it's interesting. As I think the fact that it's so this is what the bloke had a problem with. Yes, he was actually a really nice guy, but I love how like we were literally all speaking at once.
I know.
And we were all like, no, stop, no.
It was pretty much chaos.
Yeah. And it's like he was like, stop, and I was like, no, hang. And you were like, no, but it was chaos. Like we all.
It was
like,
just drunk chaos.
It was nice, like, 'cause at the end, like, I gave him a hug. I was like, hey, man, like, that was, like, we disagree, but I was like, hey, man, that's a really good conversation. But anyway, his problem was that, again, we don't know fucking sport, but the people who were under KSI and Logan Paul, is apparently an amazing, huge fight. Yeah. And his problem was, how come this guy who's been in the game for years and he's having the fight of his career, apparently, again, I might be wrong, that's what he was saying. Apparently, he was upset because he was like, how come he's under fucking YouTubers who have only had this feud for about a year and a bit, you know? And if I was a big boxing fan, that would fuck me off too. That would annoy me.
I get it, but
hey, man,
time,
sex sells. It's the biggest fight.
And it's literally new media. It's showing that in today's day and age, you know, celebrity is a totally fluid term. It doesn't have to mean someone who's in the movies or in the whatever, or, you know,
literally
can only achieve success through those kind of mainstream ways that traditionally, you know, there's been gatekeepers. There's been people saying, no, actually, you know, this is the way you have to be able to do it. There's no other way to do it.
I think it's great. I think it's, especially KSI, he's done so much for YouTube. He's an OG. He's like 20 million subscribers.
He's
like
huge.
He did so much for the UK YouTube scene. He's just an OG of YouTube, and I think everyone owes him a lot of respect. A lot more than Logan's ever done for YouTube. Like, he is just the OG. KSI is fantastic. Only talented too. The amount of shit he's done is fucking crazy. He's one of those YouTubers who, unlike fucking Toby or Ray, William Johnson, or something like that, like, he really just changed with the times. He had his gaming stage. He's now doing his boxing. He has a music career. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of his music, but that's just me. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not a huge fan of it. But you know what? He fucking did it. He's doing it.
And, you know,
it's huge.
As much as, like, I don't like Logan Paul, but, you know, you do kind of also have to admit.
No, I agree. Yeah,
he has done a lot for YouTube, and obviously, you know, he's done a lot of bad things for YouTube, but he has done a fair bit to really popularize, again, the idea that YouTube can be a legitimate, you know, place for a celebrity to live. And again, you can disagree with the way he does it and all that stuff.
Yeah, but you can't
deny that it's...
Dude, the facts, it's like, what's the saying? It's like, you can't argue with popularity. Well, you could, but you'd be wrong.
Yeah. Facts.
It's true though, like,
that's
you know,
baby, it's facts.
Like, literally, like, you can't argue with it. Like, he is, like, you know, and like, look, and there's obviously going to be like, I've been following this whole thing since the Joe Weller fight, like, but what is extremely
you've got to commend these YouTubers like Joe Weller and KSI for building
Joe Weller,
something so big.
This started with Joe Weller just fighting his friend.
Yeah.
In like a random YouTube video, and KSI on Instagram just randomly just commented, "I'll fight the winner."
Yeah.
And it happened to be Joe Weller, and it just snowballed. And here the fuck we are.
They're
on Sky.
And you gotta commend that. You gotta.
Well, Joe, I don't know if you know this, but Joe is
self-made aspect of that.
Joe and Gib are commentating.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice.
Do you know? I heard apparently they were gonna have True Geordie and Lawrence.
Yeah.
But because of those, did you hear about the DMs?
Yeah.
Which is really bad. Apparently they were like, we shouldn't have him on. He's too controversial.
Really?
Yeah, they said.
Oh, that sucks.
Apparently with the DMs.
For those who don't, I don't really want to like out the guy, but there were leaked DMs on Instagram. He was just
with his sexual preference. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, he was just into some sort of sexual fetish stuff, and I guess people freaked out about it.
He handled it really well. He never like was like, oh, I was just joking. He handled it like a champ. He was like, "Yep,
I'm into
that."
Weird shit.
And like his like video where he did it.
Who ain't?
Yeah, there you go. People have weird sexual things. Like,
Um,
that's like the video where he like spoke about it. Like he had a bloke on who's like a bit of a comedian and stuff. I don't know who he is, but like he was like cracking jokes and stuff, and
There you
like
go.
cracking like ripping into him a bit, and
Yeah.
he just accepted it,
Good
you
fun.
know. Yeah, and yeah. Either way, when this comes out, the fight had already happened, so we already know who.
it'd be interesting to see. I mean, to be honest, what interests me
Because
more
today's the 9th, so.
more than like who wins or anything is just straight up like just the fact of it in general, like the fight and you know seeing how they do and I'm talking about in terms of the how many people stream it, how popular it is, what are the numbers. Like I'm just very curious about that stuff. Like obviously it'd be interesting to see who wins, but I'm more interested in what is it gonna do for the good of YouTube and for the internet.
I think there's nowhere but up, to be honest. I think it's going to continue to become huge. It'll just grow and grow and grow and grow.
Well,
And it's great. It's the best thing that could happen to the platform. Like,
eventually it's you and me, baby, in the ring.
wait, what?
That's where this podcast ends, man.
Oh no. You know, I actually thought the other day, like,
Episode.
I mean, I hate someone that much to even want to have a boxing match.
Yeah, boxing's crazy, man.
But like, even if someone like Logan Paul was like,
Our version would
"Oh, you
just be
fight
like
me," I'd be like, "No, you kicked my ass." I won't even deny it.
we could.
There's
like,
no fight there. He
we
would
have
hit me
like
once and I'd fall.
a drinking like
Yeah,
see who can drink who under the table.
on the table.
Yeah, that's kind of our.
I don't even have to like. We wouldn't even have to like hit each other. We could just push each
Yeah.
other like that, and we'd be
Yeah.
like, oh.
Oh god.
I felt that last night.
Oh baby.
Jesus, that was a big one.
So do you have another thing, or are we gonna flip it over to me? Because I have something that I would
Yeah,
like
you
to
bring up
show
something,
you.
and then I got something else to bring up. But you bring up your thing first.
Yesterday we had KFC, of course.
Yes, we did.
because
Oh
it
yeah,
was
this
the
thing. I'm
podcast,
interested to
was
see what it
for
is.
us. Yeah, so I think you'll find this quite interesting. So there's this thing I want to show you. Obviously, you're a big fan of The Simpsons,
I am. I love it.
and there's this.
Sorry, mind if I move your water bottle?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I just can't see.
I'll just put that over here.
Oh wow, what's this?
So, I'll
What the fuck?
get this on the
Canada only. I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So very very weird. So to give some backstory.
Are you gonna put the thing on?
Yeah. I'm just.
Oh
setting
yeah,
the
yeah.
stage, setting the
Okay.
story. So, obviously, The Simpsons, big brand, big show, everyone loves it. And I was seeing this thing the other day. Basically, they did this advert, or these, I guess, series of adverts for KFC back in the 90s, but only for Canada, which is very weird. And it's going to, I just want to get your reaction.
Okay, sure. This
So
looks really
we'll
interesting.
start
I've not
this.
seen this.
We'll get this.
We're still learning all the buttons,
no way.
folks.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Is the sound on?
yeah, I'll put the sound up a bit. So it kind of goes.
Ooh, chicken.
I'll wait. I'll move us a bit more out of the way. Where are we? Or I'll make us sort of fade out.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, chicken.
It's actually the voice actor. It's Dan. It's Dan.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Ah! Yes.
Going somewhere, Simpson? What have we here? Popcorn, chicken, fries, Pepsi, and a handsome collector's cup? Oh, if I ever see that buffoon's face again, I'll... Oh!
Get your free Simpsons cup with the purchase of a KFC popcorn combo.
So there you go. So that was the first one. And what interests me is that it's legit animation.
And the cast is there.
It's the actual cast.
That's the first thing I noticed. Bloody Dan.
Yeah, so it's actually Dan Castellaneta and whoever does Burns.
Mhm.
And it's the actual Simpsons animation, literally just for an advert for KFC. This next one's in better quality.
Okay.
And it's very interesting. They obviously wrote like a full-on sketch for it. I personally think this is fascinating.
KFC bucket and a 2-liter 7-Up. Thank you, sir.
He forgot to charge me for the drink.
Ah!
Police! I'm surrounded. They'll never take me alive.
But, sir,
No! Help me, Dad. They're after me because I swiped the 7-Up.
you darn fool! They're giving them away for free.
What
Only in Canada.
Get a free 7-Up with a 15-piece bucket, only at KFC.
It's just
Your
very
voice toilet, sir.
That's amazing.
Very bizarre, very bizarre. And so all the original, like the actual voice cast, clearly they got the animation team to do it. And one thing that I really thought was interesting is that something like this, like you look at this screenshot and you really realize how little they ever do actual brands
Yep.
on things in
Yep.
cartoons. Like you
That's
see
so
the
huge.
7-Up, and that 7-Up just feels so out of place.
Yeah, they've shown McDonald's like
In a-
literally maybe 3 times, 2
Yeah,
times,
it
but
just-
that's it though. They don't show brands.
brand, and it's funny because you think of that because it's like, okay, they don't want to give sponsors to anyone who's not sponsoring the show, but like it just looks weird when you
That
see
is-
actual brands.
Or even them just discussing KFC.
Yeah, and like in this one, like you've got the Colonel,
The Colonel.
man, like
Yes.
Going somewhere, Simpson?
just very bizarre.
What have we here? Popcorn chicken,
They name it
fries,
as well.
Pepsi, and a handsome collector's cup?
So
If I
bizarre,
ever
man.
see that buffoon's
Also-
face again, I'll...
What I find funny, so in
This
the
is
animation,
amazing.
it's Homer's face on the cup, and then in the
It's Bart.
promo, it's Bart. So
Well, I assume you get. Oh, it's just collectible 4. So I assume
yeah,
you get
yeah, that's what I
Marge,
thought. It was
Homer.
probably Marge,
Bart and
Homer,
Lisa.
Bart and Lisa, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not a bad price.
it was just very, and also like just under $5 for a full-on combo. And then what was this? Actually, this was a good
This
deal.
is- This is.
The 7-Up, free 2-liter 7-Up
They're giving them
with a
away.
50-piece bucket. That's pretty good. So
Until
there you go. There you have it. Some Simpsons that you had not seen before. I actually
Dude.
wasn't sure if you would have seen that.
no, I hadn't. I'm just coming to love Canada more and more. That's sick. I love old, like that thing. Well, this is so squeaky. I'm sorry if you can hear that.
Sorry
I
about
think it's some WD-40 on that shit.
that. Yeah.
That page on. Sorry, I wish I had the name because they're so good. But they're like a Simpsons page, and they post the facts about episodes.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
I always love that. And did
I
you see the
love
one I
them.
tagged in the other day?
Mm.
Yeardley Smith was saying about
Yeah,
she basically. I'll actually get it up.
it's
You
so
can
cool.
talk about it,
Yeah,
I'll get it up.
yeah. I love the lead scene, and it's like when because they leave town and they give Grandpa like, oh, we're gonna get a robot to call you every day, and like the robot calls up and it's like, this has been requested by, and it just cuts to some guy and he's like, the guy's voice is like, the Homer Simpson family. It's like the fuck, it's so good. Like
So I'm getting it up. Basically, the
shit, man, you'll be there for hours going for your
I know,
likes.
yeah,
Why don't you
I
just type
know.
in the Simpsons? It will come up with the pages. I think it's called the Simpsons quotes or something.
Basically, who's
Or don't
Yeardley
do that.
Smith? She's Lisa. No, I just know I'll find it exactly if I go through.
All right.
Lisa Simpson, right?
Yeah, so they hadn't done the dubbing for Marge's voice.
There we go.
That's it, Daily Simpsons.
Daily Simpson. That's what I thought. So I'll get the actual Yeardley's tweet. So if you look here, basically,
You Only Move Twice is the episode, which is fantastic with
it
Scorpio.
says here this episode is one of my favorite all
Oh,
time.
this isn't it. Sorry, my bad.
It's a Lisa Homer tearjerker gem and one of the early apps that proved cartoons can have. Oh no, this isn't even it.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. This isn't.
Sorry,
This
wrong
is
thing.
Yeah,
Whoops.
you want You Only Move Twice,
Yeah. Hold on.
which should be on the Daily
Further
Simpsons.
down.
Why don't you just click on the Daily Simpsons page and then go through the feed?
Hold on. Because I know Yeardley bloody.
Well,
liked
don't
it.
do that.
I'm not. Today is just the day I don't listen to you. Hold on. I'll go on her page because I know she retweeted it.
Fuck me.
That's cute. Look at that.
What,
She's
the,
got
banner?
Yeah, she's got the Simpsons.
Mate, you got to remember where you come from.
That's very cute.
She's great, man.
She's a sweetheart.
They're all great voice actors.
It's really interesting to see, and especially to hear all those facts. Here
There
it
you
is.
go. Finally.
Okay, so she actually reacted to this. She
This
goes,
is You Only Move
and this
Twice.
is what I find so interesting. If you were, let's say, a voice actor on something, and you only find shit out later. So she goes, "Oh shit, really? They left in my horrible temp track of Marge. Oi, I used to temp Marge a fair amount when Julie was absent. It was funny because it was terrible."
Oh.
So basically, sometimes when Julie, what's her name? I don't know. The voice actor for Marge, if she wasn't in the studio,
They'd
for
be like,
whatever
oh, no one
reason,
will notice.
they'd say, "Hey, Yeardley, can you come in and just do the temp track?" Which obviously they would never use in an actual episode, but it was essentially just so that when they're reviewing it, they can have an idea of what the episode is. The producers, the
Right.
executive producers, they can say, "Okay, this is generally what it's going to look like. Obviously, it's going to sound different." So if you actually watch this,
Calling me every day?
No, a robot will call you. A robot.
Oh, Marge,
so it's
I can...
obviously Lisa's voice.
Can
doing
you play
Marge's
the scene
voice.
with the phone call?
Yeah,
end?
it's pretty hilarious. So they put
Yeah, they get grandpa.
grandpa in
Yeah.
like a home.
This is a special greeting from Robocall, your automated friend.
Oh, God.
This service was selected
I don't
for
know
you
if the
by...
audio's gonna play.
Homer
But...
Simpson family.
I love that.
Hello?
If you are having a medical emergency, press 1. If you would like to hear inspirational scripture read by a machine, press 2.
2.
If you are lonely, press 3. You have entered that you are lonely. Thank you.
It's pretty freaking
I just-
hilarious.
I just love the Homer Simpson family. It's like not even just the
Yeah.
Simpson family. It's the
No,
Homer
it's
Simpson
great.
family.
I
A
think
brilliant
it's
page on
hilarious.
Twitter for all them. Like, they'll
Yeah,
post,
Daily
like,
Simpsons.
facts and stuff.
Great one to follow.
Do you get? Sorry, do you get? This might be a bit gross. Did you get sweaty?
Yeah, I do.
your ass?
I'm
I
a
keep,
bit of a
like-
sweaty boy right now.
I'm just like, it's a hot day. I know, but yeah, it's bloody. Yeah,
Will knows what's
it is
up.
hot. It feels like it, man.
That's hot.
Maybe I'm just like hungover.
So
I have a bit of a date tonight, I think.
there we go. Tell us about this.
I met this.
Talk to me, my friend.
I
My pal.
matched with a girl on Bumble.
Ah,
Mm.
you busy bee.
Yeah, and yeah, I knew the B joke was coming. Be careful, Dan. No, she actually seems really nice, and I have a tendency to date girls who live far away, and you call me out for that.
Yeah, it's a bad habit.
I don't know why, but these dating apps I go on, they just fucking they
Uh,
love the fat distance. They're like, oh, he can travel, he drives.
he's got a car, right? Why?
But it's
does he have a
bizarre.
car?
But I have on my phone, I have like, it's only, I should only match with people for 25 kilometers. But for some reason, it matches me people in the fucking city and all over. But she's only
Yeah.
like 20 kilometers away, which isn't too
Oh,
bad.
there you go. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't say.
Yeah, you won't say.
locations,
Yeah, you're on
but,
dox this again. But nah, I think we're It's funny. I love your like enthusiasm last night because I was like, obviously we've been drinking. I didn't want her to. She didn't think that at all, which is really lovely of her. But I was like,
Oh, it's the girl you met last night. You're going on a date with tonight.
no. We were texting. I was
Oh, you were
texting her when
texting
I was
Bubba,
out,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
and I
oh,
said
that's
to you,
right.
I was like, should I say are you free tomorrow? I was like, nah, I shouldn't do it when I'm drunk. And you're like, do it. And I was like, I don't know. You were literally just like, do it. Just do it. And I was like, are you sure? You're like, just do it. So I did.
Why
and,
not?
and she was like, yeah, I'm free.
Fuck no. Where are you going? What's the plan? What's the date?
I don't know. I think. I don't know. I always get nervous. I just want to enjoy myself. I just want to be
Just have
chilled.
a nice chill time. That's a
So-
good idea. It's a good way to do
I
it.
think maybe I'll just like go for a drive or something. I think my parents are out, so I might just be like, I don't want to come around for a beer or something. Take it to the local.
You got a nice balcony.
I do, and that's a nice place to take a girl.
Take-
I don't know,
take
but
her
maybe,
over.
maybe she'll be a bit. I don't know. I guess it can be a bit frightening for a woman to hear.
Come to my.
Come to
balcony.
my house. We've been talking for 3 days.
Yeah, actually, maybe take it to the pub.
But the pub is so close to my house.
Yeah. So take it to the pub first, and then just be like, "I do live around the corner.
But the sunset would have happened
If
already.
you want to come see."
Well, maybe I'll just take her to the beach first and
Oh, that's
for a
nice.
drive.
Yeah, the beach is good.
Just doing a fucking first aid
The
thing.
old,
I hope she's
picnic.
not freaked out that I'm bringing her up on the pod. But it's a family show. No,
It
it's not.
happens.
It's a personal show.
Yeah, look at that. We're family friendly.
I
Right?
literally have to tell the girls that I date if we're starting to get a bit serious that look, my life is
You
pretty
will
fucking
come up.
public. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry, we can't date. Like I literally told my ex, and she was fine about it.
Well,
But oh shit, Jacob Adams was like, I watched your It's funny because it wasn't my latest video, but he was like, I watched your. He's like, I watched your latest video. Your the one you filmed at the tree. I was like, oh, the strawberry swing. I was like, oh, the breakup video. He's like, yeah. I was like, that's not my latest video, but thank you. And he literally just went like, because it's so like loud in clubs. He was like, I watched your breakup video, and I was like, yeah.
that's a good way to put it.
But anyway, she told me not to make that video. Did you know that?
I did know that.
I texted her and I said, I'm thinking of making and I didn't at all do it to inspire. It's just like therapy for me is making YouTube videos and talking about it really did help. And the video, I rewatched that shit 1,000 times. I showed you before I uploaded it.
Yep, you did.
There's no way in hell you could ever watch that video and think that I'm slagging her off at all.
Yeah. No.
So,
look, it was.
you know, well, she didn't know I was going to take it that
was-
seriously.
It was respectable. It wasn't disrespectful. It was.
Well, I just
It was
think,
tasteful. I'll put it that way.
dude, life is up and downs and like ups and downs. And like, I think if I'm just going to lie on YouTube, everything's fucking squeaky
Look,
clean. That's just not me. It's not real.
Obviously, breakups are tough, but it's part of your story. Like as much as
Yeah.
it's obviously a private thing. It's also, you went through it. And so if you want to share parts of it, obviously I wouldn't advise you to share
all of it. Yeah.
intimate parts of it, but yeah.
Well, I guess she didn't know how I was going to tackle it. And it didn't ever, I never wanted to be one of those videos where it's like, I sit down, I'm like,
What, the old...
with no edits.
The old, my girlfriend left me.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm crying in the title.
Yeah.
I was trying to be very tasteful. Like, the whole vlog is in
Clickbait.
black and white, which I really like.
Yeah, that is...
And I had this track saved in my on YouTube. I had it saved for like 2 years. It's like this, the track
that you wanted to use.
that track I used in the video I wanted to use for 2 years. I just didn't have, I want it to be a sentimental video.
That's very cute.
It's a beautiful track of Bass Rebels. And yeah, I wanted to use it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I finally found the right video for it. And I edited that video all in like one sitting at a fucking car garage.
Look at you.
Not Perth, in Osborne Park. And I don't think she ever watched it, to be honest, because she never mentioned it. I said I made a video about it.
There's no
I wouldn't be scared if she watched it.
For her to. I mean,
Here we
at the
go.
same time, if she but what I'm saying,
Because she didn't wish me happy birthday either, and you were like, you don't want her to. I'm like, yes, I do.
I'm just saying, I'm not even trying to sound like a twat by saying this, but like, it's over. It's you guys are independent people, and
yeah. Well, I would be interested to see if she does watch the podcast, because she used to watch every one of them.
Well, hey, look, you got a girl tonight.
If she is, now I feel bad if she's seen that I'm saying I'm going out.
But hey, you see tonight, she's gonna be like, "Why did you about your ex so much?"
No, I mean, I wonder if my ex would see this and be like, "Oh, well, Connor's moved."
You need to stop overthinking everything, my man.
Dude, I so do. Well, it's been like 5 months, so.
There you
Dude,
go.
time flies.
When you're depressed.
Isn't it funny? Like, we need. Fuck you. I'm actually not that bad.
I know.
I've woken up really good today. No, but like, if there's a compilation of me on this podcast being like, I'm talking to a girl, that'll be like an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
Compilation. Like, this podcast is this is
It would probably be a cringe compilation.
Thanks, man. We've seen like every girl that I've ever like either dated or like seen. It's been like
mentioned
here,
and
I feel terrible because when I link on Bumble, I have to be like, because the whole of last season I think I had a girlfriend. Well, I think I was at least seeing her, so I have to say to people when they go to watch the or I'm seeing someone or someone's interested in watching the podcast and she's a girl, I have to be like, yo, I will probably bring up someone who's a girl and just let you know we're not together anymore. So I do say that. By the way, I do have my other Tinder story if you want to hear it.
yeah, go on.
This was fucking hilarious and so strange. Oh my god! So I was at a job in the city and I was by myself, and I was just like, I haven't gone on Tinder for ages, so I was like, oh, I have a few matches, so I'll message them, and I send the classic going to the shops do anything line. And
works every time.
And
as we know.
I don't want to say his full name, but it is very popular. Thank you, Aziz, for that. Do you know from? I won't say his full name. You know,
just don't. If you ever go to New York, don't try it there because it's probably way overused in New York.
Well, they say Whole Foods there. We don't have a Whole Foods.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is that the beauty of it is that probably not a lot of people watch Master of None here.
Yeah.
There's not actually a Whole Foods, so it's
that,
an original line.
I don't know. It's a shame that line used to do a lot better. Maybe there's a lot of people saying it now. Maybe I've just blurted out too much, and people are like, Simpsons did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I get it. Yeah,
but I hit. So you know from school, Alex B.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've known this guy from school
Big
for
guy.
like,
big muscle.
Yep. So I know this guy from school.
Work out, boom, boom.
He is. He's very. He's massive, man. I actually saw him like a month or two ago at the same club I went to last night. Anyway, I've known this guy since year 3, so that's like what 14, 13 years. Went to school together for like 10 years, but we were good friends in primary school, but we just drifted, never really chatted after that. We're kind of friendly to each other. We always just say hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm in the city and I matched with this girl, so I then go in the shops to do anything, and I get the most bizarre message. I'll literally bring it up and read it to you.
Oh dear.
Because it's just like it really was like
Oh, boy.
it kind of like threw me off. Like
Do tell me more.
I don't know if
So you just got out of the. Why'd you bring up Alex?
Well, because literally, I messaged this girl, and I'm like,
Oh, I see. The connection will be explained.
yeah, well, it was very bizarre. Anyway, I can't find it. Anyway, but like, I think they might have
What a
unmatched.
reveal.
Well, when girls unmatch with you, the conversation gets clear, so she must
Okay,
just
yeah,
unmatch
yeah,
me. Anyway, I messaged this girl going to shop, she did anything, and she replies, "Hey man, it's Alex B,"
What?
and obviously he says his full name, and I was like,
getting
and I was like,
right now.
I was like, what? I was like, he's like, "Hey bro, it's Alex B." I was like, okay. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, just chilling. What are you doing all this way down here?" Because it shows like how far away you are. And I was like, "I'm at work." He's like, "Oh, cool. I'm like, why? What are you doing? Like, who? I was like, what? I was like, why are you a girl on Tinder? And he was like, "Oh, I'm just around the house. I was just swiping and matching with heaps of guys." And he's like, "Now, can you bring me a nice coffee from the shops?" And I was like, this is a good line. And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Wait, so why are you doing this? Like, what the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm just kind of bored."
That is a weird.
And I just
power play.
literally replied, "What were the chances?" And that was it. And it was just very peculiar.
That is.
So
really
he clearly
strange.
was just at her house and like
That's a bit of a power move. That
was
I
just
don't quite
swiping,
like.
away, and matched with me and was like, and it's a shame because the girl was quite cute. So I just completely
That's
blew my chances of
that's a bit weird, man. I
because
gotta
she
say.
literally unmatched with me, which I just found out then.
That's almost a little creepier.
It was very bizarre.
Because like, she's obviously still on Tinder. Sounds like she. Oh well, maybe she's not anymore. But like at the point he was at, she had a Tinder thing.
Very strange.
So unless they were like getting serious, that to me that sounds.
Well, that's
a
the
little
thing.
bit
Like,
invasion
I don't know.
privacy-esque.
I don't know. I literally was saying like, I said to him, I was like, "Oh, are you seeing this girl?" And he was like, "Nah, we're just friends from uni."
Mm.
And I was like, "Well, it was
Look,
so weird."
Kath and I have been
It was
together
so
like
weird.
3 years, and if she's going through my phone, usually that's okay. I'm like, she's probably not doing stuff. But if I
Dating
see
now,
her and
though.
she's going through my messages, even that I feel a bit invasion of privacy. But this guy's known her what, a couple weeks?
I don't know how long they know each other.
That's bad, man.
I just thought it was just a bit creepy, and it kind of like turned me off Tinder.
Yeah.
I'm even considering just
Tinder's
deleting it because like it was just weird though because like he was just like I was like, what were the chances that like he just messaged me and was like, "Hey bro, it's Alex B," and I was like, it was like you couldn't have told me when I woke up in the morning. Like that's the least thing I thought was ever gonna happen was some guy I've known for like.
That's the weirdest thing too, because you're messaging someone. You've got the photo of that girl.
Yes, it was so strange.
And their name, but yeah, that's strange.
It was hard to put one and two together. And the thing is, like, I can't just like, I don't really
but you
run
can't
into
deny
him.
that because how would she know that you? There's no way she could have faked that. Like,
No,
yeah.
exactly. And then that got my mind racing. I was like, well, I don't even want to talk to her anymore because she could be like, "Hey, it's me again." It just could be him, and he could be
He
fucking
could be
taking
fucking
the
around
piss.
with you, yeah.
I was gonna screenshot. It's a shame because
Hey,
I could
bro,
have just
send me
shown
a
you.
dick pic.
I'd be like, well, all right, Ashley,
That
or whatever her name is.
Yeah. That's weird, dude.
It's just peculiar. Like you see people. I think I mentioned yesterday. You see people going on like fucking Tinder and shit to be like, not here to match with anyone, just checking to see if my best mate's boyfriend's on here. Well, first of all, if you do that, you got some fucking serious
That
relationship
is
problems.
weird.
Just saying, like you do have some relationship problems if you have to
You're
worry
sending
about
your
your own.
friend online to see if your boyfriend is. Yeah, that's.
Where's the
strange.
fucking trust out there?
Oh boy.
Remember that? I got this promoted video. It was so dumb. It was like 7 signs she's cheating on you, and I was like,
God.
what kind of fucking relationship do you have to be like? Well, I'm a bit suspicious. So.
At what point is
It's
like,
she does do that. And she's cheating on me. Like, it's like,
look.
no, you fucking idiot.
if 6 signs is not enough, do you know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
if you're getting
I
like
need
5
7.
or 6 signs and you're like, I'm still not quite sure.
But then the final one. and you're
Maybe
like-
you deserve to get cheated on. Let me just put it that way.
The videos you see on YouTube these days, and the thing is,
Oh my
like,
God.
it was promoted as well. So clear, they're like, this video slaps. Like, let's fucking promote
let's
it.
put this out.
And there's us like crafting together a beautiful podcast.
Wonderful,
And we're
weaving
trying
it
to.
together.
We're talking about promoting. We're like very careful with which videos we pick.
Yeah,
And
we
this
wanna
cunt's
be-
like, oh, 7
7 signs. Your
7
girlfriend
signs
is cheating
you
on
have a
you.
terrible relationship and your girlfriend's cheating on
7
you.
signs you watch the worst YouTube videos.
The fact is you're watching this
Fact you're
video,
watching
so
this one,
yeah, literally that's the
That's all
first.
the signs.
That's literally the first sign. It's the only sign I need. So you're going to Shakespeare tonight.
I am.
What's
I
that
am.
about?
I'm taking my grandma. She is obviously a big.
Tell me, Dan.
Well, let me take you back, folks, ladies and gents. My grandmother is big into, theater.
I did not know
media.
that, actually.
She used to be a voice actor, and so she loves art. She's very much into art. She loves all that stuff. She loves play. She loves going to see that stuff. And it was recently her 70th birthday, and so for her 70th birthday, I took her to. Well, tonight I'm taking her to a Shakespeare play. It's
Where is it?
Midsummer's Night's Dream. It's outside the casino. It's what's called a pop-up globe. It's actually quite interesting. It's like
cool.
They've literally just popped up a tent.
That's it.
And are doing a play in it.
Well, there is natural theatre there, 'cause that's where you saw Book of Mormon.
And actually, the actual theater in the casino is really nice, but apparently the pop-up globe is also very nice. So
are they can you get drinks and stuff? I'm only asking for your purpose. Because you can get drinks at Mormon. Did you get drinks at Mormon?
Yeah, you could.
Could you?
I don't think I did get any, but you could. Yeah, in the intermission.
Fuck this shit, bro.
Actually, no, I did.
I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
I think about it for like a minute, then I'm like, actually, I did.
That doesn't sound right. Yeah, can you isn't it? I heard it's a bit like gold class, but you can get people to just bring your drinks in.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Okay.
You can.
Oh well, Megan fucking lied to me. Thanks, Megan.
Maybe you can. I didn't ask, so maybe you can. But
you know how Billy Eichner used to be a bartender in New York City for the Lion King play, and then did Lion King the movie. Maybe one day you will be.
I'll be the Mormon
Book
guy
of Mormon.
Book of Mormon.
That's a shame.
I'll play the book.
Again, I already said I don't really love plays, but maybe that's the one I might want to. I don't know. I might wait for Broadway.
So and obviously because Omar loves theater, Shakespeare, it's very traditional. It's very theater. It's
Where do off though?
Yeah, So we took her, and Cass actually bring her mum and her sisters as well. So it's a bit of a posse. So we're going there tonight. I think it's at 8. Oh, the show starts at 8. We've got to be there at 7:30, and then
you're gonna place a few bets afterwards.
I was joking around with Omar. Omar's a bit of a
Omar on the old
sly gal. She loves the old gambles, the bets. So
maybe
we'll go to the craps table. Maybe we'll go.
Yeah, maybe just watch out of it. You never know. Might be 2 a.m. and you're fucking got the house on the bloody.
Oh gosh, Omar's
slamming your mortgage down.
All
right. This and that.
Omar grabs my car keys, throws them on
she's
the
right.
table.
Can you actually do that at casinos? Can you really sell your house mortgage and shit out?
Nah.
Is that just a fat man?
No, not at the casinos, but people do that at because you can have home games.
Tony Soprano does that.
Yeah, he literally does.
I'll give you my house.
No, he doesn't do his own house, but Tony.
One of his fucking penthouses.
Yeah, one of the guys Tony knows. The guy literally, I'm pretty sure, puts his mortgage. Well, no, he puts his he owns a store. He puts his store on the fucking thing.
Like on Bob, we asked this terrible man who picked us up from the airport called Today. We asked him if.
His name was Today. That was so dumb.
So stupid.
This taxi driver.
And you were like,
it wasn't even a taxi driver. It was the taxi driver's son.
For some reason,
was called Today.
Alicia attracts strange men. Okay, I'll be the first to admit that. And yeah, he picked us up from the airport. But it was you're right. It was his dad, and he for some reason was just chaperoning.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why he was there.
Some father-son
He was
bonding.
he's like, let me entertain the guests while my dad drives.
Maybe.
He was a horrible person though. He was like, we talked about it on the podcast, so I won't go into that what we said. But he did say, we asked him because we were memeing in the end. We were like, can you gamble here? And he's like,
oh yeah, gambling is illegal.
and he was like, if you every answer to our question was if you come to my village.
Very weird.
He was like,
if you come to my village, you can smoke weed.
Which is so stupid and dangerous. We
if
weren't
you come
asking
to my
that.
village, you can fucking gamble or whatever. Very weird shit.
Cockfighting, dogfighting, awful shit, which is just terrible. I don't know where Alicia fucking met this guy, but Today needs to go.
He needs to go yesterday.
I'm actually getting used to these buttons, man. I can actually.
You.
It's a shame they're so far away. I feel like I need a fucking stick.
I know. All right.
See, once we get a fucking.
We can try. Figure out a better way.
Once we get a Zach, we'll eventually get a.
We need a bloody intern, guys.
Well,
can't pay you.
We actually didn't. Yeah, that's what an intern is, to be fair. Well, not all.
No,
some
you can
paid.
have paid internships.
Some paid intern. Well, not to start with. I just said last night. It's like we'll pay podcast guests once we start getting paid.
Yeah, we'll pay you in.
We got it. Well, we actually.
Showtime.
You said you wanted to get a third mic. Because there's a possibility that Aiden will come on the show before.
I'd love to get a third mic.
End of the year.
I don't know if I'd get another one of these, but maybe get because they've got these little sort of stands that you can kind of like a desk stand. So maybe get a third mic with a little desk stand. Someone can come, they can sit in the middle, they can just kind of chat along.
You know what I never got? Why is Ethan's mic always different to everybody else's?
I personally prefer having the same mic for everyone.
It's weird.
I do see a lot of podcasts where different people have different mics. It
That'll be us,
confuses me.
though. That's the thing. That'll be us with the...
No, but it'll be the same brand of mic.
Oh,
It'll
you
just
just
be a
mean not
different-
the...
Just yeah. It just won't be
This-
held by one of these.
Oh, it's not swinging
Yeah.
anymore. We don't need a WD-40. Yeah, but we should, because, like, we have...
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him like a stage mic, like a little. Hello, is this thing on? Hello.
This thing on. Word. Nah, but literally, like, we should get it, because, like, Aiden's expressed interest so many fucking times.
Yeah, we'd love to have guests on.
And you were messaging him last night. Are you able to talk about what you were saying? Because I don't know what you were saying. Was it just heartfelt? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
It's like, give me the tea, and you're like, I don't know what I said.
I think I
You
saved
could have
it.
confessed
I
your
think
love to
I-
him.
I think I saved it. I'll have a look.
Yeah, in case, man.
I know.
For his
I'm
matte
rocking
black.
this naked. Look at that.
I'm over it. I don't want to hear it. No, I'm joking.
Oh, well, that sounds quite nice.
I'm over it.
But anyway.
Take us back to last night when
I
you were
said-
drunk messaging
So
Aiden
I
in the
said to
kebab
Aiden,
shop.
I'm gonna read this.
You're getting doxed, Aiden.
Gonna read this message I sent to Aiden.
So what did he say to you?
It's not even that long.
I remember that photo.
It's not even that long.
Yeah, but it took you
me
fucking ages to send it. You were
I
like...
kept wording it and rewording it.
You kept
So,
rewording it,
I
yeah.
can't remember what the conversation was per se, but it. Oh, here you go. So I sent him one earlier that said.
Oh, yeah, the one with us happy and like...
Yeah.
the
So I
fucking-
said special. Oh yeah, with our kebab.
Can you show the camera that?
Yeah. So
I don't know if they'll see it, but...
I don't know if you
Just
can
flip it.
see that.
There you go.
That way.
Yeah, that's good.
So there it is.
So I'm producer at
So
heart,
we're
guys.
sitting there with our kebab.
Feel sorry for the people listening.
You know when you take a number and you're like,
Yeah.
waiting in line for kebab. So I said special shout out to you, Aiden. When are you on the podcast? And then the next thing I sent was
So you don't know what he replied, which is a shame, but...
I can't remember. But I think he was like, yeah, sure, that sounds great. And then I said, legit though, man, I do love you and I want to hang out more and catch up. No, get this. It gets even better. I go, so legit though, man, I do love you and I want to hang out more and catch up. And I'm sorry I don't request this shit sober, but you know I'm a bit proud / busy cunt who likes to think he doesn't need many people, but you're dope and great and I need / want you in my life. You're a great bloke. You dope, man.
That literally doesn't add up at all. Like, that makes no sense. What do you mean a sober man wouldn't admit this? and shit
I
like
don't
that?
know. I don't know. I'm just a fucking...
Do you know, I literally got a fucking... This is so bad, because I spent like $15 on it, and I'm a bit
Yeah.
strapped for cash at the moment.
Yeah?
But I got this fucking meat box, and I had maybe a quarter of it. It's still in my room now. I literally had like a quarter of it.
Oh my god.
There's like literally like a good free... I don't know if I can have it today, though, because like... A kebab next day is nice,
Bit
but a
late.
fucking meat box the next day...
I know.
I don't... Because like we
Bit of a
had...
gamble.
I had a bit of it, and then the Uber came.
Diarrhea roulette.
And you can't eat in the Uber, obviously. So
Yeah.
And then I got home. I was like, oh, I'll have it when Dan goes, and then I just went to bed.
I don't even... Oh, I finished my kebab when I got...
We had a great talk about therapy. Remember that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I was like, go.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was good though. Like we had like I call it
I was
kick-ons,
like,
but
I
it
know
was
I
one
don't say
beer.
this shit sober, man.
Yeah.
But
In the morning, you're like, don't talk to me about that. Like, I'm like therapy, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm a sober
No, but
man
actually,
now.
so on that Aiden thing, he did message me this morning, and he was like, "We should."
I was like, what the fuck were you talking about last
No,
night?
he
No,
was
I'm
nice. He
joking.
was
I'm
like-
joking.
He
I'm
was
sure
like,
he
we
was
should.
lovely.
No, because it got to the point where I sent him something, and then he obviously didn't open it, so he obviously gone to bed because we were,
I was
fucking
gonna say he was up late.
up and around. At
Whatever
like
the fuck
3
he was doing,
a.m.
Aiden. What are you doing,
And
Aiden?
and so in the morning he messaged me back. He's like, "Hey man, we should get dinner, the three of us, and I would love to come onto the podcast over the summer." So over the summer we'll have.
Yeah, he is a bit busy. No,
Aiden
but like
on
he
the
should.
pod.
Like
He's a busy guy, and that's why it'd be interesting to have him on.
Well, I did say to you, and again I said this off camera, but like with Sam Jones. No, like he wants to film this video, which I'm sure everyone watching.
There we go.
Will
There'll
be very
be
excited
a
to see.
collaboration. You, me,
Yeah,
Aiden.
so he wants to do this video where we go to the Bell Rapids, and he's going to discuss how far he's come in a year, and he'll ask us the question as well.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe we should do that in the day, do a podcast at night, and then go to the pub. Like have some drinks on the
Brilliant.
podcast like we do.
Beautiful.
It would be nice to have occasionally a guest on. Like, so obviously it's primarily our show, so don't fucking come on here and think it's your
Oh
show,
my
bitch.
God.
Get the fuck out of my neighborhood. Are we
Um,
still drunk from last night?
I know, dude. This is whack. So, do you want to do like one last thing and then we'll go?
Yeah, and our shows.
Do you have anything to bring up?
I don't
or
think.
do
Let
you
me
want
check.
to-
I don't think I do, but
I'll see. We'll give you one last little.
yeah, I
hint
think you've
of-
got
of
I think I'm
joy.
blowing up. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Look at that. Everything I've fucking all my notes, man.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna finish you off.
I'm a producer at heart. Try not be looking at this. I feel like I spoil it before I even see it.
Okay, no, that's okay. Well, this is
When
just
you're ready,
weird.
cut to your camera.
So,
What the fuck
I
is
guess
this?
I don't know.
Go on, show me. I won't read
So
it yet.
it says, I've got this headline here.
Why does that woman look familiar?
I don't. Okay, so this.
Okay.
For some reason, so I have this notes thing. I have this notes.
I won't read it yet.
What do you call it? This notes thing of all podcast notes that I want to go through and like bring up on the pod. And I saved this. I don't even remember saving this.
What is it?
And I just randomly clicked on it, and then it says exclusive. She tried to kill us. Indiana mum, who adopted 6-year-old Ukrainian girl with dwarfism, has been charged with abandonment, but claims her daughter was found to be a 22-year-old sociopath
Oh, wow.
masquerading as a child.
Oh, no.
So I guess she adopted someone
Thinking it was a child and it was a
thinking
dwarf.
it was a 6-year-old girl, but it was actually a 22-year-old dwarf who...
That's insane. And she had like a criminal history.
Yeah, so that's just a really wacky news story, and I just couldn't...
Speaking of criminal history, I
Not
have
bring it
I
up
have
for a
jury
laugh.
duty on Monday.
Oh, Andy, this has happened to me so many times.
Maybe I'll have one of those cases in jury
It's a
duty.
tough one. Yeah, you've got jury duty.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
Are you going to spill it on the pod?
That's the thing. I don't think I will, only
Oh,
because
man.
I just don't want. I don't know. I don't want the police to get fucking. Again, no one's gonna give a shit or probably even watch it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess we'll see if it's like. I might just say what the case is about per se, but even now I'm fucking doxing myself. But before we go,
Is
actually,
this a true crime podcast?
oh, like the fuck, they slap, man. Everyone loves those.
What if, like, it's the classic, there's a hung jury, your guy gets away, and then we have to solve the murder.
Or he's like, he gets out and he's like, I said on the podcast that I was like, he should be guilty, and he watched the podcast and
Yeah,
goes,
he's like,
motherfucker, I'm coming for you.
yeah,
I'm gonna come
witness
for you.
protection, baby.
We're
We're gonna have to shut that door.
is there anything protecting us?
Yeah.
Here's Johnny.
And it's open.
We're literally in a hazard right now. You know that guy who came on the podcast? I think the podcast is called No Jumper. And some guy, it was like a live stream. Some guy literally came on and like held. This is a few like months ago, but he came on with like a gun and like held up the studio. And at first, the guy who was hosting it was like almost laughing because he was like,
Thought it was a bit.
"What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then it was legit. A guy just walked into the studio,
That's
got in,
crazy.
past security with a
Wow.
gun.
Oh my god.
And no, but apparently they ordered food, so they thought it was an Uber driver or
Ah.
an Uber Eats driver, something like that,
Delivery man.
or like a fucking what they have in America.
I
It's
thought it was Vince Vaughn.
what's the,
The
That's-
delivery man.
yeah, I have something to say about that afterwards. But no, what's it called in America? The Uber Eats thing? Postmates. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Anyway, one thing I want to say before we go
Yeah.
about we were talking about the whole dwarf thing. Did you hear about the woman who delivery man went to a sperm bank, got sperm, and it was
Oh no.
and she gave
Oh,
birth to a
no.
dwarf, and now she's suing the sperm bank because she's like, this is not what I signed up
You
for.
gave me the dwarf sperm.
Yeah, so some guy fucking jizzed in a cup,
Yeah.
and the sperm that got into her egg happened to be a dwarf.
dwarf,
Well, how's that? Isn't the sperm deformed
Couldn't
or
it
something?
also be the egg though? Like
To an
it
extent,
Could be her.
I don't know what it is. I think
Could've been her.
maybe the sperm is.
Yeah, maybe.
Damn it, I don't know. I'm not a fucking.
Not a scientist. Not
I'm
a
not a
jizz
geologist. I'm not a jizzologist. No, she's literally suing the fucking sperm bank. She's like, I didn't want a
You
dwarf.
gave me a dwarf. Can I get a refund?
I think
How
there's,
do you know it's a dwarf though? Don't you only find out if it's
there's a
dwarf,
difference.
Like,
Nah, I think
after
you
a few
can
years,
tell.
though? You can tell when they're born.
I think it's just a little bit deformed.
Because I just thought it would be pretty funny if the kid gets to like 8.
It's like, why isn't she growing? I think there's a difference
And
between
then she gets a...
a difference between a dwarf and a. Is it
Oh,
is it bad to
Jesus.
say? I don't want to say midget in a bad way, but I think there's a difference
I
between.
think there's just dwarfs.
No, I think one is they have growth deficiencies, and one is they can kind of grow, but I think their arms and legs don't grow with the rest
No,
of
but
their
that's
body.
what I'm saying. I think those are... And again, I don't know. I'm not a jizzologist, but I think there
Stop
are...
jizzing on me.
Yeah, I think there are 2 types of dwarfs. I think
That's it.
One type where they're proportionate, so like
And then one, yeah,
they're
my fucking dad's
sized
calling
in
me.
the same way that we're sized, but they're just smaller. And then there's another one where they're kind of disproportionate, like in the way that like a baby has a big head for its body, like that kind of thing. So
Yeah, it's a shame, and she obviously. It's
that's
just
what
sad
I think,
because
but I have no idea.
this is a fucking a human being that's been born, and she's like, I don't want it. How bad's that?
Jesus Christ! Give
To
it
be
to
fair,
the
though,
dad.
you would
Track
be-
down the dad and give it. To him.
I don't get how anyone.
Well, maybe it is going to be a bit of a Vince Vaughn. She's going to track down the dad and say,
Dude.
"Here, you do it."
I don't get how anyone
giving
can do
sperm
that.
to a sperm bank, that's too risky, man.
I do not. That's
Too much for me.
How can you literally know there's a possibility that you have a legitimate, your child is out there and you have no idea who they are? So do they have to file paperwork so the child can find you if they need
I
to?
think so.
That's even more fucked. You can have a kid and you can have your own family and stuff, and they'd be like,
there's possibly a way to do it anonymously, but I have no idea.
they must pay. Do they pay good buck for that?
Some of them are voluntary. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I have no idea.
Why would you? What do you mean? That's fucking
I
stupid.
think they do pay.
Let me
for
just
it.
voluntarily fucking
But I
squirt in
think
a
some of
cup
them, yeah.
and have a child out there who I literally do not know
Very
exists.
bizarre. Very strange.
Damn, Dad is keen on calling me.
But look, not everyone has access to a good dick.
I think it's more. Oh yeah, I guess. Wait, so yeah, why do people go sperm max? Is it because maybe her egg is?
Maybe they want to have kids, but they can't find someone, or
Yeah, one of the.
or maybe their husband is shooting blanks, or there are tons of reasons that people might go to a sperm bank.
You know how like sometimes.
Let's say if I get older and I start, just shooting dust, and then, about Kath and I want a kid, we would go to a sperm bank. We'd say,
Yeah, but that's the thing though, because sometimes like. Weird couples are like, oh, we got like a close friend to do it, and it's like, how weird is that?
strange, eh?
They're like, oh, we got a close friend because like maybe the husband or the wife can't.
You're raising your kid. You're like, here's
So-
Uncle Gary, and then 20 years later,
Actually your dad, but,
it's Daddy Gary.
That's the weirdest thing. Like, how can you possibly be like, that's a good idea?
That is quite bizarre.
That's like killing off John Connor in the first 2 minutes of the new Terminator film. I don't care if I spoiled it. Don't go watch it.
Oh, dark.
I haven't even seen it.
Um,
Is that it?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great episode, man.
that's the
Thank you
end
for
of the
joining me.
line.
Enjoy your play tonight.
Thank you for coming.
I knew what
I didn't mean to
camera
put you on
was.
the spot. I just.
No, it's fine. Yeah, enjoy your play tonight.
I'll enjoy my play. You enjoy your date. I hope they go well. Technically, mine's
Very
a date
much.
too. I'm just taking my grandma out. So
Yeah.
hopefully, we both have
But-
successful dates that end in the bedroom.
You put Nomar to bed, I hope.
Yes,
And just
exactly. I'm putting her
leaving
to
it-
bed. I'm tucking her in. Give her a kiss on the forehead.
Does this work as a boom, mate?
That's also what I hope you do. Just exclusively
I
a kiss on
cannot.
the
I
forehead.
cannot agree. Sorry, I cannot confirm or deny what will happen. I don't even know what's gonna happen.
We will see.
We might
will
just be
see.
friends.
You'll probably hear about it, folks, next week
I
on the
did.
podcast.
I feel so bad for her because maybe she doesn't even want me to bring it up.
Well, thanks for watching the first 2 episodes.
You're like, fuck that. I don't care. Yeah, thank you so much.
We'll see you in episode 3. We hope. Yep. Thanks for sticking around. And we'll see you next time.
I love you guys. See you later. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.